you set me off a little bit yesterday because you're like really like when he's talking about Uncle said nigga you must be sick. He's not just saying his blood uncle. He's also talking about Uncle Tom, Uncle Sam, America looking at him in a certain way, right? And like, nigga, you
Exactly.
must be sick is what Kendrick's Uncle Sam would say to a nigga like him. You know,
That's
it's
the
like
thing about
the drapetomania thing.
3,000%. And that's the thing about people who say this is just coke rap or don't understand this. It's like, I know that people don't even get this. This is the first line, other than them making a whole song about their parents. The first thing you hear in a clip song is letting you guys know how deep and layered we are as artists and human beings. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is getting rich. So they address you, the critic, and the critique of American oppression and system on Black men in America, right? That's the critique right now of rappers and all that. So choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. You're a surface level person that doesn't think about things in multiple ways and doesn't see the double entendre. You think it's just saying I'm wearing a choker and I get diamonds for my wife. That's what you're thinking because you are at surface level. But he just sets you up with the Uncle Sam character or Uncle Tom and all that, the critique, and told you that choke my neck, that's you being choked, as literally choke my neck at like a slave. And ice my bitch is ice like you killing my wife. You're separating my family. You're disrupting and destroying my family. And then he confirms this, what I'm saying, would beat the system with chains and whips. Why on earth would he finish this couplet with beat the system with chains and whips if that's not what he's saying? That's where it's in the writing. People need to look at it and see it all.
Well, he is saying he beat the system.
Exactly.
With chains and whips.
Exactly. Beat the system. So what you're projecting in that space is that I use the structures and systems and tools of oppression to beat that chains and whips. I used it. I leveled myself up in your society where I'm not supposed to win with these expensive chains and expensive cars.
Wait, no. The whips. He's whipping it in the fucking pot. The chains.
Both of it.
He took all the bullshit you gave him and used that to beat the system.
So chains and whips is so layered where you're talking about the chains that you have and shackles that you have as a slave, or the chains that you have figuratively as structured in America, right? Then the whips, as far as your car, your whip that's actually
the slave whip
as a slave,
the slave whip, and the drug dealer whip in the kitchen,
like you whipping pots, and you figured out how to beat the system with these things, and this is where you're at. So he said all of that much layered freaking verbiage in just the chorus. This would be somebody's best line. This is somebody else's, in someone else's song. This is a best line. This is the damn chorus. And for all of y'all who saying that they just talking about drugs, you're not even understanding the entire message he's trying to put in there. And then he confirms that more in the verse, but he's also talking to a certain someone in this verse.
Wait, before we get to the verse,
yeah,
who is saying this is culturally inappropriate? And not like who technically made that, but like, do we imagine that to be coming from like outside the record and like some other force is like, this is culturally inappropriate? Or are we supposed to be like, this is Pharrell and them, like, you know, this is a counter-revolutionary, like, you know, we break shit up. This hip hop, that's punk, that's hip hop, that like, I'm like, you could imagine it coming from multiple sources, but it's like, who actually is the author of that line?
It's or the voice of that line, right? I feel that the problem with that even question for me is that it's all those things, and it always is, just like the lines before it. So it is what you said about them breaking up the system. This is punk. This is a counter-revolutionary statement. It's also reflective of this is culturally inappropriate. Like, you guys are ignorant. You guys are not of value. You guys have no worth. This is not appropriate in these places. That's the oppressive statement. So it's always a loop and always both things juxtaposed together. And that's what he's doing at all times. And what the clips do, they juxtapose the high and the low. They juxtapose the suffering and the success. It's always that. And from a deep place. You're talking about fucking slavery times, relating it to now and saying, like, this system was built to oppress me, and I won in this system.
So do we consider this entire verse is about Jimmy?
I think so. Upon listening it more, I feel like this is just Jim Jones. It's like the whole thing. You run from the spirit of repossession.
The battle started from when there was I believe it was the XXL Top 50, and Jimmy went out on a couple of interviews and was like, why Pusha and not this other much younger rapper? And I don't even want to call his name because he's not even part of it, but like, it seems very disrespectful. And I could see if that's really is that really what we're starting from?
That's where we're starting from. And then, like, they was talking shit over the Louis Vuitton shows that they were walking in and all that. And he was hating. And then he also said that he thinks Drake is better than him and all that type of stuff. When it's like, why are you saying this? I don't understand why people bring this stuff up when people clearly lost within the public eye. I just don't get that.
Jimmy's trolling. He's trolling hip hop and all this. And maybe he got that from Kanye because Kanye loves to do that. He hung out with Kanye in Japan, working on Bully. Maybe now that's what he wants to be on, because that's the Nas shit. This shit, like, I don't get what you're doing. You were cool,
trying to stay relevant. Trying to stay relevant.
He's chasing relevance.
Exactly.
So you run from the spirit of repossession. What does that mean?
That bar is directed at, from what I believe, like, he was in money trouble at one point in time, Jim Jones, I think, famously. And that's a bar at that. Too much enamel covers your necklace, saying that you got fake jewelry.
He did lose his mansion in New Jersey to foreclosure after defaulting on mortgage payments.
That's what he's talking about.
At the time, they owed $1.2 million on the mortgage.
That's why when people ask me, or when you just ask, is this about Jimmy? I'm like, the first line, the first line is right there. It's like, what are we talking about? I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery fueling your regression. Jealousy turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. We do not do that over here. Reality TV, that is mud wrestling. We do not do that, Jim Jones. That's what he says. Some sign checks I know better than.
What does that
I know
mean?
better than to sign those checks.
All money is not good money. That's what he's saying.
All money is not good money.
Jimmy was on Love and Hip Hop. I didn't even know that because I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. He's dissing him.
Oh, you're not okay. You're not catching how all these are about Jim Jones. Let's go through.
No, I understood that it was all about Jim, but I didn't know that Jim had done a reality show because I don't watch any of the Love and Hip Hop.
He done two. He did Love and Hip Hop, and I think he had a spinoff of his own.
Okay, so that I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So that's
then I think the sign checks. I know better than beware my name that there's delicate, but whatever. Sign my checks, and I know better than that's saying that you're not doing good business deals, because I feel like the Jim Jones famously, or notably, not famously, notably had issues with the creators of Love and Hip Hop over the contracts and stuff like that, as well as problems with deals in the music industry, which every artist goes through at least one or two of those. Not most of them artists. Beware my name that there's delicate. You know, I know where you're delicate. That's always who.
Why does he say the same word twice? To rhyme the same word twice.
Emphasis. That's emphasis on the statement. You know, I know where you're delicate. It's emphasis on the exact statement. So I forgot what actual rhetorical device that is when you repeat the same It's probably repetition. That's actual rhetorical device, and it's just for emphasis purposes. Now, crush you to pieces, a humming breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. For the hell of it, I will close your everything that's going good in your life. I can destroy just for fun. I will Thanos your whole shit.
Thanos your whole
for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance.
Wait. I'm watching your fame escape relevance.
Yep.
I almost see it visually, like he continues to be famous, but the circle of relevance is here, and you are beyond. You are not relevant. You have left the circle.
Yeah, it's almost bleeding out, and that comes from the imagery of the words. Like, I'm watching your fame escape relevance is beautiful writing.
Yes.
Like, most people don't even think to write in that way. And that's the whole idea about I philosophize about Glocks and keys. It's like, I'm going to write this shit in Shakespearean tone. You know what I'm saying? That's where. So I'm watching fame escape relevance. We all in the room, but there's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your
element. And those
lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings.
What's that one?
Just you having any type of question about where you're supposed to be or who you are, that's blocking your whole success. Like, you are not truly yourself. You're not finding your own success. There's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message.
Just so everybody is clear, I know most of the audience knows this, but when he says you're chasing a feature out of your element, he's saying you are kissing Drake's ass to get a feature from Drake. That's what you're doing, which is fucking cornball shit. That's what
from everybody.
This is what it's all about for you. This is dope. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in the room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element.
This bars. And then the rhyme scheme.
And the lab diamonds under inspection. We got to look at your chain, please.
We got to expect that.
Your chain is not looking a little fugazi. I know by now you get the message.
Yeah. And it's and question marks block your blessings. There's no tombstones in the desert. It's just beautiful writing. This is amazing ending to go back into a chorus, letting you know that I'm deeper than you. I have more depth than you, Mr. Jim Jones. Look at all the things that you do. You're the antithesis of what I am. Everything you do is frivolous. Like, you're just doing this to shine. I'm doing this for quality. Now let's look back at that verse. Let's look back at that verse with the idea of that chorus. You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. All from that is like, I'm not doing things just to shine and look good for others. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's not just for the outward facing thing. I'm actually doing things of higher quality. Just why people buy watches. Some people want to buy watches that everyone's talking about, and some people actually understand trading and watch culture in the same way you understand art culture, where you're investing in something that will appreciate later on, right? And some other people are like, I'm gonna get this watch and put a bunch of diamonds on it and be shiny, and it loses value over time because you bust it down. And that's throughout the whole thing. Reality TV's mud wrestling, everything that you're doing.
But you see where before, right? What you were pointing out, he's doing tangible thing, and then he switches to emotions, misery fueling your regression, jealousy turned into obsession.
Yeah.
So now he went from your external to almost like, now I'm x-raying your internal and what you're really all about.
To every inch of it, to going to everything, and then says, and goes back to his business with reality, mud wrestling, sign check, and then says, beware of my name that there is delicate. Like,
but that right there, but the part before is what you're talking about, that You will do reality TV. I know that there's good money and bad money. I
Yeah.
would rather sell drugs, sell cocaine, than be on reality TV. That's who I am. And like,
Exactly.
I mean,
And I'll do anything. Basically, I'll do anything else. I do things that are of value. Anything else. He's him saying
wow.
that the spirit of repossession too, and all that is like, look, bro, I've never lost a house. That's the implication. I'm not losing houses. My money's fine. We're good
Mm,
over here. That is the
mm.
implication of that, and saying that there's worth and value in all these things.
I'm
Which
watching your fame escape relevance. God damn, nigga.
I love it. I love this verse,
And
and it's
he
completely
rhymes veterans and relevance. And it sounds perfect, but I wouldn't expect veterans, relevance, elephant.
he's doing the beautiful thing of you don't know what the next rhyming word is going to be. It's not like a lot of people where you could guess what the next
Inspection, right? They
rhyming word.
come elephant, element, inspection, blessings. Like and he makes it work, but it like on paper, it doesn't. That I
Yeah,
mean, like
there's
that's
slant rhymes, false rhymes. Nothing is like a true. Well, not nothing, but those are not true rhymes. Freaking beautiful. It's a great verse. Hell of a great verse. We're gonna get into the Malice verse next. This was the Pusha verse. How do you feel about this verse? It's stacked up to the rest of them though. Off your 30th listen.
how do I feel about the Pusha verse?
Yeah.
This is, I mean, it's a beautiful verse. It's a beautiful way of expressing animosity intelligently toward another person. We just heard some shitty battling. This is like frightening level conversation. Like a man is talking about your feelings, what you are really, I see what you are really all about. You're really
Mhm.
this is your real intention behind all your bullshit that you're chasing a feature from Drake, but your fame escapes relevance. You're out of your element. You're
I feel
the
like it's also
elephant
chasing a
in the
feature from Kanye too, an association from Kanye
I mean, sure,
because
sure.
he
I
was
mean,
all pictured up with him and all that stuff like that. It's like, why
that
are you messing with Kanye when Kanye's at his worst?
yeah, no, I
It's like
mean
that's valuable to you, you
yeah.
know?
I mean, just there's a tremendous amount of thought and structure, and I also appreciate the articulation. And it's not over articulated, but I do get the end of the words. I do get the crispness of the words. Some rappers don't articulate, then they make it sound good. These
Yeah,
guys, I get every syllable.
every single one. And that's the sophistication that lies on it. And it's still, and the other thing someone said, and I completely agreed it, their delivery makes the words feel so vivid and believable.
Yeah.
Like when he says something, he means it. It sounds like he means it. The same way that when Kendrick says something, it feels like he's saying it from the core of his
The,
existence.
the articulation also gives them a certain portability that anybody can listen to this and understand what he's saying. You may have to do the knowledge as far as watch this show or whatever to fully understand what he's saying. But like, there's no accent that makes it hard to understand. There's not words that are cut up that I'm like, what did he say? I know exactly. Like everyone from Maine to San Diego would be like, I understand what the nigga's saying.
I'ma get $1 million in the bank.